everybody. Welcome to another episode of Who the Hell Asked Byron and Slade. Here, how you doing? How you doing,
Good,
Slade?
absolutely fantastic. And we have a lot of wonderful news this week, if I do say so myself.
Yeah. The mystery has been solved. We now know who the voice of Mario and Luigi are in Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and it is Mr. Kevin Afghani. He posted this on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call the place, on Friday. That he's voicing Mario and Luigi in Super Mario Bros. Wonder. He is also apparently going to be voicing the talking flowers, which you can turn off. Thank God you can turn that off. Those flowers off. God.
But congratulations to Kevin Afghani. From what I've seen so far in the trailer, he sounds fantastic in the role. And from what I've seen so far, Byron can attest to this. I'm glad that people have seemed to receive this news very positively.
Yeah, absolutely.
I haven't really seen any toxicity like some people, including us, have feared. But I mean, considering that such a minority of people even noticed it wasn't Charles Martinet when the trailer for Wonder initially dropped.
Yeah.
I feel like that's only like a testament to how well he's doing the role. So
yeah, and just like Martinet before he became Mario, and some people did point this out, Mr. Afghani hasn't had very many roles. He was Raditz in Dragon Ball R&R, which was a Team 4-star production. He was some NPC statue in Genshin Impact.
Yeah.
Which I will find forever hilarious. But yeah, because some people are like, oh, the only bit of like toxicity I've really seen is, oh, he hasn't done anything much. And people are like, neither did Martinet before Mario. So.
Yeah, and, it might be better to have somebody who's like really committed and specialized to the role. Because when you think about it, outside of like Mario characters in general, Martinet didn't really branch out too much.
He was a dragon in Skyrim.
Yeah. So, like, I think that's only a great thing because, like, he's going to embody, the spirit of the role.
Yeah.
And whatnot. Which is fantastic.
Even on his website, and it's going to be in the thumbnail that you saw at the beginning, on his website, his, like, picture is him wearing one of the Nintendo Uniqlo shirts with, like, a 16-bit chain chomp coming out of, like, the shirt pocket. So, I think Mario and Luigi are in good hands, at least for Wonder. I don't know if he'll be the voice of Mario going forward. I would assume so, but...
I mean, depending... Because I haven't played through Wonder yet, but from what I've heard, I hope he, is the voice actor moving forward. Because like I said, it sounds like he's done a fantastic job.
Yeah, even if it's just for Wonder, hey, what an honor to have voiced Mario for at least one game. That's a dream for a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of something that is a dream for a lot of people, Unity has gotten out Mr. John Riccitiello. He's gone. He's gone, baby.
Out. So, a completely unsurprising turn of events after the shit show that was the proposed Unity monetization changes for developers using their engine.
Yeah.
John Riccitiello has seemingly taken on the majority of the backlash, and he will be stepping down as CEO.
Yeah.
We have Mr. Whitehurst as stepping in as interim CEO and president during this time.
Yeah.
Who knows what sort of changes that will bring or won't bring?
Yeah.
I guess time remains to be seen. This is also after I think Unity dropped a lot of value in its stock.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, yes, they did. Yes, they did. Yeah.
Which is probably the real reason why Mr. Riccitiello's, been shoved out the door.
Yeah. He's retiring as president, CEO, chairman, and member of the company's board of directors effective immediately. So he's just gone out of here. And
Gone tonight.
Yeah, and the company will be releasing their third quarter financials in 2.5 weeks or so. So we'll really get to see how much financial damage this entire shit show caused for Unity. Oh my god. Yeah, so this is the update on the wild story. But speaking of another wild story, we have from good old PlayStation. Now, this thing had been rumored to hell and back, but it's real now. We have a brand new version of the PS5, and okay, and this one's interesting. It is a smaller designed PS5. It comes with 1 terabyte of storage base, and you can optionally add in the disc drive now. So you can buy the PS5 Digital Edition, well, the new PS5 Digital Edition, and then for $80, by the way, you can add in the disc drive. But first,
yeah, it seems like the disc drive is also detachable too, which is fascinating.
What do you think of the design before we get into the big details?
Okay, so first impressions. Obviously, it just looks like a smaller version of the PS5, which we affectionately dubbed the router.
The router, the Kaiba.
Yeah, the Seto Kaiba. This is the quote-unquote PS5 Slim. It's not really slimmer, it's just smaller.
Yeah.
But I personally think that even at $500, 1 terabyte of like storage is just not enough in today's day and age.
Yeah. The thing I fucking hate is that apparently it's now glossy on top. Why? Stop! Game companies. It didn't work with the Wii U. It didn't work with the PS3. It didn't work with the Xbox One VCR looking thing. Stop putting gloss on your game consoles. It lasts for like a microsecond before it looks awful. Just stop. Please. Please. A good change, though, they did make. I don't know if you noticed this, Slade. On the disk drive, there's now like an actual eject button around where you would slot in the disc, which wasn't the case before.
Yeah, so fantastic news
so that's good. But yeah, as Slade mentioned, the disk drive, you can take it off, which is interesting. It is $80 US if you want the drive separately. But the very interesting thing is the pricing for this thing. The Blu-ray drive disc edition is $499.99, which I honestly didn't think they'd be releasing a version with the disc drive already, honestly. I thought they'd just release like the new PS5, which would just be the digital edition. But then if you want the disc drive, you could buy it separately either in the store or via like PlayStation Direct, Amazon, etc. But no. That is I believe the same price as the regular PS5 disc edition. But the big note of controversy was the new price for the PS5 digital edition, which is $449.99, which is a $50 price increase from the original PS5 digital edition price of $400. Had to sneak it in, Sony, huh?
Absolutely insane, price increase. What's essentially the same console, just smaller.
Yeah. Yep.
That's probably the only negative news involving this is just they're sneaking in their little greedy little hands. However they can.
Well, yeah, and you could see
the other. Just can't help themselves.
Yeah, you could see the other prices below. There is. I don't know if this site will have the image there. Oh, it does. The very funny horizontal stand, which looks like a paperclip kind of.
Well, no. What it looks like is like one of those fucking projectors you would have during like school, where they put it on.
Yeah, because I've seen some memes of like you trying to like hold up your homie after he's drunk or whatever. I've seen those memes. There is also something that I know some people didn't like. That was pretty controversial. The vertical stand, you no longer get it included in the box anymore. You have to pay $30 for the new vertical stand, and I've seen a few theories out there that Sony probably put like something on the bottom of the console, so you have to have the stand to stand it up vertically, which I could see that happen. I don't think that's the case, but you never know, honestly. And your current console covers, which Sony announced a few new colors months back, obviously are not compatible with this new model. But Sony does say they will be having some new color stands. A variety of PS5 console colors for the new models will be available in early 2024, including an all matte black colorway. Claps right there. Sony knows their mistake. They're fixing it. All matte black edition, thank God. And their Deep Earth collection for $55 each. So
we'll probably see some of those stands included as part of like collector's editions for games too and whatnot. That's something if they're thinking about the direction.
I don't think so, honestly. I don't think the vertical stand. I think this will always be like just something you have to buy on like Amazon or in the store via like PS Direct or whatever.
Possibly, but that's just one of the few reasons I could like come up with as to why they would bother selling it separately.
Oh no, I know
Other
why.
than to make a quick extra buck.
No, to lessen the weight, because obviously, as you said earlier, it's smaller, so it's lighter, which means they'll be able to fit more PS5s on the shipping boats and the planes and stuff, which will obviously cost Sony less money because they have to do less shipments and blah blah blah. The tiny little like paper clip like trying to get your homie drunk home stand, that is included with the new PS5s. But yeah, very interesting. We don't have an exact release date yet, but your overall thoughts on the new PS5.
I mean, it's just the PS5 but smaller. Like there's not really much to like gloss over here. Quick question for you, because it's something that I was thinking about after they introduced that little gimmicky like paper clip stand.
Yeah.
What stand do you think is more flimsy? That or the back of like the Nintendo Switch like thing?
Oh, the OG model Switch?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm thinking OG model Switch. I'm not gonna lie. It's probably and I still have the OG model. I don't have the red box or the OLED.
Yeah, I have the OG one too.
Yeah.
Day one.
Yeah, God, Switch 2, please fix that. Make that kickstand like the OLED one. I've heard good things about the OLED kickstand, and I still think the biggest surprise is that they're shipping a model just with the drive included, as I figured they just do the digital edition, and if you want the disc, go just buy the drive and put it in yourself.
Yeah, which it'll cost more money that way, but
yeah, because
you can do it at your own convenience.
Yeah, because you got to pay $450 for the digital edition, and then now you have to pay $70 USD or $80 for the drive, which some of these other regions are getting way more fucked, by the way. 100 Great British Pounds, 120 euros, that's fucked. That's fucked, by the way. Oh, the euro got real fucked, I think, by this out of more than I think. But we have one more piece of Sony news. Sony are bringing cloud streaming, finally, to their platforms for PlayStation Plus premium members this month, which is their highest tier. Select PS5 games will be available for this cloud streaming, including Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, Horizon Forbidden West, Ghost of Tsushima, Mortal Kombat 11, Saints Row 5, Hogwarts Legacy, Witcher 3, Callisto Protocol for their game trials, and additional digital titles include Genshin Impact, second time I've mentioned that game this episode, Resi 4, Dead Island 2, Fall Guys, Fortnite, and more. But you get all the options that you would get with your regular digital games, which include the resolution options, enhanced audio, capturing screenshots, recording up to 3 minutes of video, DLC and in-game purchases will be available, blah, blah, blah. Coming to Japan on the 17th, same day as good old Sonic Superstars. Coming to Europe around October 23rd, and coming to North America around October 30th. This still makes me so confused why they couldn't get the PlayStation Portal to have cloud streaming capability. That will still confuse me and probably everybody else to no end.
Yeah. I mean, but this news, I don't think surprises anybody. We
No.
knew that eventually they were going to roll out the cloud streaming service. It was only a matter of when and never if.
Yeah, only a matter. Speaking of things, Slade, that were only a matter of time till we heard about it. It's over.
And finally, the end.
It's over.
We're free. We're free. For those that are uninitiated and unaware, the CMA has officially approved the Microsoft Activision-Blizzard-King deal.
Yep. So after the, quite frankly, for everybody that isn't in Europe, absolutely terrible cloud streaming deal, which basically keeps Ubisoft up and running with potentially more money for longer. We have a video covering that entire shenanigans when that was announced that was the new deal. But yes, it's official. The $68.7 billion or $69 billion deal is done. In August, Microsoft made the concession that Ubisoft would get the cloud gaming rights outside of Europe for 15 years. Holy shit, that's a long time, actually.
That is a long while.
Oh my god. But yeah, the deal's done. The deal is done with whether you were for the deal or against the deal, it's happening.
It's done.
It's happening. One thing I think everybody will agree is a good thing about this deal is that Mr. Bobby Kotick is out soon. So Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick sent the email, say today's marks my great stone, and that basically Phil has asked me to stay on as CEO of ABK, reporting to him, and we have agreed that I will do that through the end of 2023. So Mr. Kotick, piece of shit, will be out sometime in 2024. Which is, I think, a great thing for Xbox, a great thing for all the ABK employees, great thing for society.
Yeah, it's great in general.
Yeah.
So I cannot express how glad I am to finally be done, talking about this specifically.
Okay, well,
I'm sure Byron.
We're gonna be done for a while, but it will always come up every now and then. And to show you how big this is gonna be, Mr. Cole Bryle has made this insane chart of all the current Xbox first-party studios, and it is brain blasting how many studios they have now. Even without ABK, they had a lot of studios, but now they've got a lot of studios.
Yeah, so obviously they can't play the victim. Well, Nintendo and Sony have exclusives argument that they've been playing for, I want to say, the last 2.5 decades. But
yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, that's a lot of studios. Microsoft definitely has some ammunition to compete.
Yeah,
on the exclusive front.
Before the ABK deal, they had an estimated staff number of about 5,800. That is at the very least doubled, if not close to tripled at this point. With the 7,500 coming from Activision, 7,000 coming from Blizzard. So that's 14,500 employees coming over already. And then the other 2,500, which I think that's about 17,000 extra employees, which you know some of those jobs are getting cut due to redundancy and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which will suck, absolutely. But I think the big question is, can Microsoft, because they already aren't doing the greatest job getting their studios together in order, as is. Will they be able to with the inclusion now of the Call of with like the Call of Duty studios, Toys for Bob, Blizzard, King, like that. I don't know. I don't know, honestly. I think with the current hands-off approach, I think the ship would crash like the Titanic, except it'd be the Xbox ship.
Yeah, you imagine they'd have to be a lot more hands-on, but
Yeah, they
I
have
guess
to be
only
now.
time remains to be seen
Yeah.
in this case scenario.
And
Like I said, I'm just glad it's finally over.
yeah, and only time will tell if this deal will be good for gaming, as some people think, or bad for gaming, as some will think. But my God, I'm very curious to see how this is gonna work out. It feels so weird to say that Crash and Spyro are now Microsoft IP, considering their history.
That's true.
That's crazy, dude. They were Sony IP, but now they're Microsoft IP, which is insane to me.
Yeah, but, what a twist.
But yeah, and then also, of course, Activision-Blizzard. Not sure about King, but Activision-Blizzard employees have been unionizing. It seems like Microsoft is playing ball with those unions, so that's pretty great to hear as well. And yeah, this is gonna be one of those deals that like we will only get the answer to if it was beneficial or not to the industry with time. Whether it makes Microsoft actually be able to compete with Sony now in terms of the console space, or maybe they dominate in a different way in the industry. Maybe Game Pass turns out to work, even though evidence based on other streaming services and other categories seem to state streaming services aren't working, but you know.
A lot of evidence to the contrary there.
Yeah, but I don't
know. Man, what a week though.
Yeah, what a week indeed for the gaming industry. A new Mario VA, the Unity CEO is out, a new PlayStation model that is getting very mixed opinions, and of course the end of the longest running story I think in the channel's history, because it was, I think, about 91 weeks that this damn deal went on for. Almost 2 years. Almost 2 years, Slade, that we've been talking on and off about this damn Activision-Blizzard-King shenanigans. And what's next for them in the console space, PC space? Hell, they have King now. Maybe they'll make a bigger push for mobile, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. That's also a possibility. If we could have them work on, some of their other IP in mobile titles, like maybe you get Halo on your phones or fucking
oh god, Halo
other things like
Halo on your phone. Jesus Christ, Microsoft needs to do a lot with that franchise before Return of that, because yeesh, the State of Infinite.
Yeesh, indeed.
Yeesh. But yeah, that'll wrap it up for a crazy week in gaming. But this has been Slade. Or this has been Byron Lamau.
This has been Slade.
And we will see you all next week for the gaming news, and for in the future for Slade to talk about the new state of Mario RPGs. Bye, everybody.